Okay, here I'm going to try to show you guys how to work the pipetter. Okay, so today is the 27th, and so we're going to measure 27 microliters. Okay, so you can't see this top part because it won't focus. Also, it's not in the screen right now. You can't see this top part, but I have chosen the 20 to 200 microliter pipetter because it is the only one that will measure 27 microliters. I have made sure that the lock is down. Remember, the lock is this slidey part here, so you make sure that the lock is down, and then you just turn this knob until we're at 27 microliters. Do not turn from the top. Turn this knob on the side here. 27 microliters. Okay, so there we are. Can you guys all see that? So before we can use the pipetter, we have to put a tip on it. So this is the bottom of the pipetter. This part does not go into the liquid. Instead, we put a disposable tip on the end, and then we can use the pipetter repeatedly but get a new tip every time so the pipetter stays clean. Okay. So when you look at all of the pipetters here, you will see that the tops, the inside of the plunger, are different colors. That is to help you know which tip you should use. So we've got 3 different kinds of tips here: the blue tips, the yellow tips, and the tiny clear tips. Sometimes these tips are clear. All the tips are clear, but the sizes are the same. Okay, so the 100 1000 is the one with the blue center, and so it's going to get the blue tips. The 2 to 20 and the 20 to 200 both get the yellow tips, and then the 0.5 to 10 gets the super tiny clear tips. So that's the way that that works. When you come for your pipetter test, you'll have to basically do what we're doing today. You'll get a volume, you'll have to choose the right pipetter, set the volume, choose the right tip, put the tip on, measure the liquid, and then just realize I don't have any liquid. Hold please. And then you will hopefully all of that will go well, and then you'll get your sticker. Okay, so I am using the 20 to 200 microliter pipetter to measure 27 microliters. So I'm going to use the yellow tip. So you hold the pipetter like this. The hook part hooks over your index finger. Then you wrap your fingers around, and we're going to use our thumb right here. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is just get a tip. I just like push down like gently but firmly. And so then the tip is on the end right there. Okay, before I stick this in the liquid, I'm going to show you guys about the plunger. The plunger has 2 of what are called stops. So you push the plunger down and it will stop. This distance right here matches this volume that's set. You guys can't really see that. So this is 27, and so this is a pretty short distance. If I was to turn this back to 57, like now it's a much bigger distance. So the distance to the first stop, which is how far you push it down before it stops the first time, is determined by the set volume. Okay, so I'm going to go back to holding it, and I'm showing you this sideways. You will really be doing it like up and down in real life, but I can't show it to you up and down because of my camera. So you'll be holding your pipetter, and you push down to the first stop, and then you'll put your tip in the liquid, and you will pull up. Then pull up gently. Like I should never hear that click noise. So just like gently pull up the liquid. Then when it is time to dispense the liquid, you'll push down to the first stop, and then you'll keep pushing down to the second stop, and you'll blow the liquid out. Okay? So the first stop is used for both pulling up and dispensing the liquid. The second stop is only used for dispensing the liquid. It is to make sure that you get all of it out of the tip. So you should definitely go down, down whenever you're blowing out the liquid. You should never, with your tip in the liquid, you should never go up, up, because you'll get the set volume plus the bonus blowout volume. Okay? So the first stop is for measuring and dispensing. The second stop is the blowout stop. Okay, so I just have a cup of water here. Hopefully this will work. So I'm gonna push down to the first stop, and then I'm gonna stick my tip in the middle of the water. You guys can't see that at all. Okay, I'm gonna stick my tip in the middle. Normally it's not slanted, it just is for the video. Okay, so I don't just stick the end of the tip in, stick down to about the middle of the tip, and I want to be in the middle of the solution. So I'm not pipetting over here at the edge. I'm pipetting the middle of the tip, the middle of the solution. This just helps me to get a more representative sample than pipetting at the edge. Okay, so it is really important that you push down before you go into the liquid. We do not want to blow bubbles in the liquid. No bubbles. So you push down to which stop? You push down to the first stop. The first stop is for the pull-up. Push down to the first stop, put your tip in the liquid, and then gently up, and the tip will fill with water. Okay? Then you have your thing that you're squirting into. For you guys, this will all be tubes. And then I push down to the first stop, and then there was that little drop on the bottom. Then I'm going to push down to the second stop and blow out the rest of it. So let me show that to you guys again. So back to here. So I remember you push down to the first stop first, and then I'm going to put in the middle of the tip, the middle of the container, pull up. I'm definitely not drinking the water after this, in case you're wondering. No, this cup is getting washed. So I pull up gently, take the tip out, and then I'm going to do it this way so that you guys can see my thumb. But again, normally your pipetter will be straight up and down, and you'll dispense into the middle of the tube. Just like you sucked out of the middle of the container, you dispense into the middle of the container. Okay, so I'll go down to the first stop to dispense the liquid, and then I'll go down to the second stop to blow out the remaining liquid. Okay? So once you have used each tip one time, you are done with that tip. This is the point of disposable tips. So the way that you take the tip off is this is the tip eject button. So you just push that and the tip will come off and you'll put it into the waste container. So let me show you again. So you'll be not in the tube, but I just didn't have enough containers for the video. But you'll be into the glass tip waste container and you will push, do not push the plunger, not the plunger. Push the tip eject button right here and you'll eject the tip into the waste container. Okay?